Oh, hello. Oh dear. I also can't remember if companions detecting you counts as you being detected, and this could be a total disaster, so bandit camp, eh? Oh well, at least 2 of them are out. Ah yes, the hot tub. As I stupidly fall downstairs. Anyone else? To the victor, the spoils, wherever you ended up. Well, that's just great. Weirdly enough, I can reach him. Okay, Echo, catch you in a bit. I sincerely hope not. I like Miko. Although it would be nice if he didn't bark so much, I will admit. That sometimes gets a bit irritating. Wow. These bandits really are shit tier, and I fall off the thing again. I really need to do better at keeping my footing. Wow, that sound is unpleasant. I know it's the start of the game, but wow, these... No! Well. Old Nord, you said you were hoping you'd meet him again. Since I can't do a proper Dunmer burial, I'm sure the Nords would have something against me doing this. He did have a familiar. I don't know if that was my spell that killed Miko, or if it was the bandits, or a combination, and the saber cat, or if it was a combination of both, but it was fun while it lasted, boy. And ultimately, none of this was worth it. Ooh, carrot. I take it back. Well, let's put a damper on the day. Oh well, I guess I'll go and make sure they can't hurt anyone else. Welcome back, Echo. Oh, right. Yeah, I meant, yeah. You meant conjuring. Should it come up? Maybe. Wow, me the player actually feels really bad about that. Especially if it was my spell that did it.
Once was a woman.
You know, whether it was, regardless of whether it was the first spell with the mud crabs or one of the ones with the bandits. Yeah, that actually...
Huh?
I'm not happy about that at all. Hot tubs are dangerous, kids. Ah, now you have stuff that's a bit more worthwhile. Oh, wow. I seriously need to do something about carry weight at some point. Don't mind if I do. I suppose. Doesn't seem to be anything else but swilder. Well, that's effective. Oh no, I'm thinking of Fallout. I'm thinking of Fallout 4, where your companions can't die while they're with you. I was playing that a little bit the other day. Wow, am I bad at that game. And yeah, ironically, the death claw at the beginning did not give me any trouble at all.
Gotta have a sharp axe to cut through all that fat.
What was that?
You heard nothing.
Huh?
I'm just internally monologuing. God. Oh boy. I seriously need to buy a ward. I'm never going to be able to carry any of this out. But I'm going to try, like an idiot. Because damn it, I need the money. And yes, it is going to take me about 15 years to get out of this area. Musical bandits, eh? Yeah, the thing with oak flesh is that I mean I have oak flesh, but I don't like that when you cast it, it basically takes out your magicka for pretty much, or certainly at my level, takes out my magicka for a long time. So ideally, and with wards, I'm thinking more for mage battles. I'm sure they're worth a pretty penny. I mean, fair play to them for taking down a mammoth, but still. Came across one of those the other day. That was not a fun experience for anyone. Why not? Just take everything and just not kneel down. If I didn't need money, I wouldn't. Hello? Emperor's plan. Boring history book. I don't care. Yeah, like I say, I do have it. I just don't like that it takes out your magicka for, or certainly at this level. I mean, whether or not it's more useful later on, I'm not sure. I mean, again, if you guys think that I should be using it, then feel free to let me know. You know, gameplay stuff like that, I'm not averse to taking advice on. It's only when people are, giving me exploits to use and all the rest of it that are not. Oh, award, great. Staff of Zombies. I mean, that seems sacrilegious, so but it's so much money. I need the money. I seriously need the money. Oh boy, this was a bad idea. Quick question, because I always get confused about this. Do chests respawn the items? I mean, I know they do after a while, but no, never mind. I just answered my own question. Well, looks like I'm doing this the slow way. I can actually just imagine Revin dragging around a very, very heavy and full rucksack. Like, he can't even wear it on his back, he's just dragging it across the floor with him, behind him. Yeah, I don't think I want to risk it. Although there are a few things I can weigh, not that that would help with carry weight or anything, but like I say, he does need the money. I mean, it didn't make that much of a dent, admittedly, but still. This could make for a somewhat interesting time. I can use that for one thing. That's a spell I'll need to try out. And that one. And again, I'm not dropping that. I think Revin has some sort of sentimental value towards it, since it was one of the few things he was able to save from Morrowind, so... Yeah, I have the backpack mod. I mean... I keep pressing wrong buttons. Whiterun's not that far away. So, I mean, I guess... Again, Revin isn't always as intelligent as he is. He's not always the wisest, and he doesn't always make good decisions, even though the good decision is staring him directly in the face. This will be one of those times. Yeah, I'd rather not risk it. Like I say, he kind of needs the money. Oh, did they change the... I need to get used to an Xbone controller again. It's been such a long time since I played anything on 360 that, or on Xbox One. Also, yeah, I discovered that that's the thing. At the end of last stream. Yeah, like I say, Whiterun's not that far really. It's just gonna... Put it this way, it's gonna exhaust him. Yeah. Book smart, not street smart. Like I say, this will be one of the few times where he does do the dumb thing, but like I say, he's desperate for money. He wants to try and learn more spells, so... Hopefully, I won't get jumped. Okay. This was a very, very bad idea. This was such a bad idea. Revin, why do you do these things to yourself? Interesting. I wonder. Actually, what would have been hilarious is if I just hit the threshold and that beehive was what took me over. I like that to Baltus. I didn't even know that was a thing in Oblivion, but again, I only ever played a console version of Oblivion. I want to go back to it, but I've played it so much when it first came out, I'm not sure if... I don't know. Like, there's things about Oblivion that I dislike. I do not want to do the starting dungeon again. So I whether or not I'll try and mod, or try and get a PC version working and mod it. I might do that. But I don't know. Be that a horse or a deer? I think it's a stag. That is irritating. And yes, I have done this many times while playing the game as well. This is nothing new. Although, admittedly, usually by the time I start doing dumb things like this, I have Whirlwind Sprint. Which totally negates this problem. Stag, let me ride you. No, 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 don't run away. Oh. Why won't you love me? Nords. Yeah, that's my gripe with Oblivion, is that the starting dungeon is such a pain to go through. But I want to go through, because I honestly miss the character creation stuff. Not so much the character models, because they are all lumpy, potato-faced, hideous things, and none of them, aside from the beast races and the orcs, look any different from the rest, you know. So, like, one thing I did love about, or I love about Skyrim is that all the races have their own individual physical traits, which I think was also a thing in Morrowind. Yes, Distreza, I don't disagree. Wow, Nightbot, you really are taking over. I'll do something about that at some point. Yeah, the intro is fine. It's the dungeon after that that is annoying to me. You know, I love the whole Uriel Septum thing, but you know, as soon as he dies, and you're going through the sewer and then the cave, or the cave and the sewer afterwards. That's kind of where. And again, I've played it so much and tried so many different characters that is actually poison to me. You know, I'll get through that dungeon and then I'll feel like I don't want to play anymore. So, and admittedly, that's my problem, not anyone else's, but it's still a thing. I'm also just realizing that none of the shops are going to be open. I also hope none of the guards take exception to me just walking over their posts. But yeah, Distressa, I could have taken the horse, but in a roleplay sense and in world, how did he know that it wasn't owned by anyone? Just because there was no one around. And admittedly, he's given in to temptation and temper a couple of times now. But still, I don't want to pay for a room again. I'm setting up a tent. Some way. Maybe not. Camping here is illegal. Okay. Really? Well, thank you for nothing. Yeah, if I can get a PC version of Oblivion to work on an iMac, or if I eventually get to a point where it's feasible for me to get a gaming PC, then I will do that. I'll get an Oblivion and I'll mod, or at least put the alternate start mod in. But yeah, saving it after the intro. Yeah, that actually sounds like... I don't know why I didn't think of that. Boy, am I tired of dragging around all this crap. Excuse me, will you buy some stuff? I know it's after hours, but... Adrienne?
I fear the night, because the werewolves and vampires don't.
I don't care. Hey, Adrienne? No, you're gonna act like I don't exist? Okay, then. Amazing. I mean, I know I said I wouldn't help you, but it's not that I don't want to, I just... Oh, whatever. But yeah, the Uriel Septim stuff is great. It's actually amazing if you think about it that they got Patrick Stewart for such a small role. I mean, I know it's a big role in the grand scheme of
This is an ode to
how important it is, but still.
the Imperials.
Hello. Not invading my personal space again. Maybe we can have a conversation now.
Days come and gone.
Once
For the
child
age
starts
of
pushing you into the fire.
aggression is just a
Once I've
Excuse
made enough
me.
money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda.
storm close and restore what we own.
College?
Trading caravans?
Yeah, these Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling their wares. It's got to be tough.
Down
Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head.
on the day
Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them.
of Skyrim and we fight all.
I can kind of understand why, but yes, it is unfortunate. But the question is, do you trust them?
Matter of fact, I do. They've been fair enough with me, far as I can tell.
Hours and we'll
And
see
Denord knows a liar when she sees one.
of the scourge that has sullied our hopes.
Okay. Well, to be fair, Pam, you don't have to worry about it as a child, because everyone knows that kids in Skyrim are immortal. I don't know why people don't just strap them to themselves and use them as meat shields, literally, because nothing hurts them. What do you know of the Khajiit?
About the same as everyone else. They're the catfolk of elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders.
Have a good one, Pam.
Elsewhere
Thanks for stopping by again.
Skyrim.
And again, these will slowly be uploaded onto YouTube if you're interested. So. I also completely blanked out and didn't hear a word you said about the Khajiit.
Days come and gone. For the age of aggression is just
Sometimes I have
done.
voices in, or not, you know, the brain just works overtime and I don't see things around me or hear things around me.
We will take that
And then sometimes I notice things too much, like that guy's broken foot. Anyway, thanks for the information. Good to know that the Khajiit,
Farewell.
I mean, I feel like I owe the Khajiit a little bit of a debt, given the whole slavery thing. I feel really guilty about that, and maybe I shouldn't. Anyway,
Guard beckons.
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the inn to Isolda. Anyway, what do you need?
not evil, just practical.
What can I get you?
I assume you're referring to... referring to the strapping children to your armor to use as meat shields.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way.
Yeah, sometimes I get distracted mid-sentence and I apologize, Hasman. Also, Holder, you don't need to, you're gonna show me anyway. And yes, I did have a dog with me last time that is no longer with me. Blame your bloody bandits. And possibly me. But...
Let me
yes,
know
that's
if
great.
there's anything
You
else
can
need.
leave now. I'm going to settle down to a good book. No, I'm not actually going to read the book on screen. Because, but we are going to flick through it. But, like I said, I don't want to read them out on screen, because... I tend to stumble over my words enough as it is, let alone when reading things out, especially when they're this long. But Revan can speed read, so it's fine. He took a speed reading course. Well, time to... Oh, I didn't have a meal. Oh, I'll have a big breakfast, it's fine. But I am frankly exhausted.